Hey folks, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Today I look like a clown because I'm representing winter. Yeah, it's not that cold here. It's around 16, 17 degrees in the morning. Its time is around 5, reaching towards 5 a.m. I'll be going for morning walk in a bit, but I thought as the year is ending, let's do some lists. Haven't been doing enough of them. And today I'll be doing 20 of the greatest designer winter fragrances of all time, in my humble opinion. And obviously, there will be a lot of cringe from the video and some people. You will not see perhaps some of your favorite fragrances. You'll be like flipping out. Here with me, like bear with me. Like this is my list. I try to mix like from my last 10 years. My whatever my emotions were with the winter, as well as what served me well. And not necessarily everything has to be a beast mode. Okay, some fragrances just for the smell. So I made myself some nice chai tea, and I'll be doing the list. So before I do, it was very difficult to do this 20. Okay, even if you do 50, it will be very difficult. Okay, never mind. So I will do 20 based on my recent love and also from all time. So some of these wildcard entries, they really were impressive this year, so I included them. Okay, so let's go. Two honorable mentions, I'll show them just quickly. These two fragrances serve me very well, and these fragrances are two of the best designer perfumes of all time. I can assure you that if you can get these and if you can wear them, they are kind of like not everybody's cup of tea. One is Dior's Fahrenheit, and the other one is YSL Kuros. And not to say, some of you may think like, oh, this is not part of his journey no more. No, I use them so much, but I'm trying to make a little bit room for some new brothers. So Fahrenheit and Kuros, check out my review, check out all the reviews. You'll see why they are hyped and why they're special. But these two really are special. But today we'll focus on some of the more modern ones and see how they go. And they're kind of far from me, so I'll be reaching out one by one. Okay, so first fragrance, the reason to do this video. This is a community sweetheart. This is a winter sweetheart. This is called the coat. Everybody calls it the trench coat. And this fragrance is so popular. I even bought a backup bottle recently, which is called Burberry's London. Every time, every year, I reach for this. Okay, check out my review. I'll not go in depth. It's just community sweetheart for a reason. Port wine, tobacco, sweetness, cinnamon is just a perfect recipe for Christmas. And if you have like Christmas decorations, actually I'm planning to buy a Christmas tree, like a little one for the corner. And that would be lovely if I can actually manage to find one. That would be very festive. But this one starts the list today, Burberry's London. Second one I'm going to go. This is again, not everybody's top 20 or all-time favorite, but for me it is. I'm a little bit mature and this one has a lot of memories with me. Like my GF, she got me this one back in the days. It is called Jaipur by Boucheron. You can get the EDT version, EDP. Oh, a little bit, I should be in the center. Yeah, better. Yeah. So if you can get the vintage, great. This is a vintage version. I don't know which batch this was. Maybe you can read or you can see. But this is my very first batch. And I enjoy this through and through. I do have the EDP. And before they actually go super rare, they started to go up in pricing now. It used to be 45 bucks. Now it's selling for 65 to 70. But it's worth the money. I always said this thing, if it was up to me, I would sell it for $100. Spicy, oriental, masculine perfume. If you enjoy pure malt, the dry down of this and pure malt, this is like a father of pure malt. Okay, so I think in short, that's how I'll put it. So Jaipur by Boucheron. Next one, they're all great. This is not by ranking or anything. They're just like 20 great winter fragrance of all time. Next one is Versace Eau Noir. This fragrance is hard to find now. It's getting very, very expensive, $100 something. If I can get a good deal on a tester, I'll keep it. So this is one of the best oud, designer oud ever. I do get the, connection with Tom Ford Oud Wood and also Creed's Royal Oud. But this is sort of like from a designer's perspective, this is very high class juice. This and Versace Man have some connection in the opening, but they go different ways. Versace Man go tobacco. This one goes oud, or you can say oud is spicy. Great, great masculine perfume. Works all year round. I just love this so much. The spices in this just warms you up nicely in the winter. Great fragrance, Versace Noir, one of the most expensive Versace ever. Next one, it's a fragrance, like it's all around fragrance. This makes every single list. This is like the most popular. This is Joey Tribbiani in a bottle for me. Invictus Elixir, Victory Elixir. This one. I do have every single Invictus. I did review, I did own, I did buy. And I even bought the Invictus Puffer this year, which could not beat my elixir because this is so yummy. It feels like tropical, mango, coconut, all those things, and vanilla. Just so good. It's just like I have to roll my eyes, like, oh yeah. So if I have to actually have an affair with a fragrance, this is kind of a fragrance. It smells like Lamal in modern days, like a playboy. Also, fragrances are not playboy, but this is a very bad boy, nice little guy, and then very fun sort of a person, very attractive, personality. I love that about this. This is a fun fragrance. Invictus Victory Elixir. In a way, I'm saying, actually giving a hint, these are some of the fragrances you must have. Some of you will be like, what is a must have? Doesn't he always say fragrances are not must have? I'm sorry, wiping some of the dust because they stay in the open. Even through the AC, we have dust here. So this next one is this one. I present to you on the weakest juice for winter, which they made. They could not ever make Dolce & Gabbana the 1 EDP. They could not ever make a beast mode potent version of it. I do away with molecule O1 or ISO super and gives you a little bit more like push, but it's like a personal enjoyment sort of fragrance. I do not ever get compliments on this because I'm pretty sure people do not smell it on me, but nonetheless, the DNA they made, Dolce & Gabbana, please stop making the K, these, that, like sort of this other light blue flankers. Make a potent version of this and make this DNA, that will do. That will project, last, it's a shame, like such a nice DNA, the tropical fruit punch, amber, grapefruit, man, the ginger, man, this fragrance is cigar. I have to include it. I just love it so much in winter. I love to smell it. I just spray in the hoodie for my personal enjoyment, the 1 EDP. Now let's go to the next one. These ones are all great. This is very hard to find, very expensive, and this is a, you can say, niche line of Isimiake. This is Isimiake Purom Noir Ambre. I always write down the names for you for your convenience. Check out my review. From the entire Noir line, this is my most favorite. I thought of, getting like 5 backup bottles, but the prices now is gonna cost me $500 or plus. It's great. It's just so great. It's everything in it. Like sometimes you find a fragrance which is perfect. You smell Interlude Man. That was perfection in a bottle for me. I didn't care if it was aggressive fragrance or love it or hate it, polarizing. I didn't care. This fragrance perhaps is not for everybody. It's a mature nose, but one of the niche quality scent and designer game is Isimiake Noir Ambre. Next one, maybe one of these actually caused for Fahrenheit or Kuros to be in the special honorary guest list because the modern ones, some of them are so good, and I did include some modern ones. Okay, one of them would be Kenzo EDP. I raved about it all year. One fragrance I raved about it was like Brioni EDP Intense, which I did not include for winter. It's a great fragrance, but I felt like the push from that was not my favorite, but it's a great fragrance too. But I would include this blue fragrance for a reason. Okay, I will say it in short. I said it in my reviews, other lists, that Kenzo EDP, EDP Intense, Marine, the new one, Santal Marine, these are every single fragrance like 8, 8.5, 9, 10, like that. And this one is such a great DNA. Now, I'm not saying this will replace your Blade Chanel or Sauvage. Okay, I'm not saying that. This is a bit different kind of a DNA. But imagine the spices from Sauvage Elixir. You take some of that, and you take some of the blue and then mysterious property from Blade Chanel, and then you add some leather, and you just make like a great masterpiece. This is what this feels like. This is a fresh blue fragrance with like Bulgari Aqua, that DNA as well. It's a complete blue fragrance with a leather tone. It works so nicely in winter. Has a like a beefiness about it. Lasts a long time. Perfect winter scent. I replace my Blade Chanel EDP. I have them still, but I rather wear this Kenzo EDP. Okay, that makes this year's list. Now going back to a classic would be Cartier Declaration d'un Soir. Easily. Now it's very rare. I still included it because I love Midnight in Paris, these all, but keeping my feelings aside, this fragrance just performs sandalwood, pink pepper, rose combination. Unbelievable. One of the best rose perfumes I ever bought. And I usually am not a big fan of rose, So this is a masculine, manly, and also sexy, like a very sexy fragrance for like, especially Valentine's Day. It just like, it's a mind-blowing fragrance. Okay, I went to shop again. I tell the story. I smell Lanvin and this. I preferred this in the opening. Okay, so you see, Declaration d'un Soir by Cartier, must get it. Next one, wild card entry, and it's an honorary entry because yeah, maybe you feeling a little bit of a, maybe I'm feeling a little bit of a fantasy or a little bit of a love affair, or maybe I'm just feeling a little bit of a, you can say, infatuation. But Boss bottle line, I had to pick one. Usually I'll pick every year one Boss bottle, like original Boss bottle, Oud, and even sorry, the new elixir of victory elixir. But today I show you this year's best release. Okay, this is Boss bottle and this is Absolute. Until now, one of the finest DNAs. They do have many Oud saffron, some of the other ones, but this fragrance right here, oh, fire. Okay, fire. So check out my review, you'll see why. Oh, I have some residue on the uh, atomizer because I was spraying crazily. Okay, so only thing I want them to improve is this cap. If you make a magnet, no, not magnetic, metallic cap, this will be so premium. Okay, Boss bottle, Absolute. Next one, modern day masterpiece, Le Male Parfum. It's a complete fragrance. Okay, some of you say this or elixir. I always say elixir, and this is like 9 and 10. Okay, I do love elixir. It's more sweet. It got the honey. It's like more of Azaro Wanted by Night, and also stronger with you absolutely in that line. But this fragrance, what they did, they held back a little bit of the sweetness and they added the right amount of cardamom, spices, pear, iris, vanilla. Man, is that fragrance? I touched that nozzle, right? It's so strong, the boss. Anyway, so they made the perfection, the best Lamal flanker ever is this one. I do enjoy Ultra Male, but I'll never buy Ultra Male perhaps again. But maybe I'll buy for hold on. Yeah, a little bit when I'm having the tea. It's just like, Anyway, so this is like for me the ultimate masterpiece of Lamal line. Lamal Essence de Parfum is also good, but this is beast. Okay, Lamal Le Parfum is one of the Lamal flankers that made this list. Next one, modern day, old modern mix. So this is Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé, and I think they should write the names on the bottles because sometimes you can get confused. They already have Boise, Intense, they have Good Lord, how many more? What's the other one? They have Society, Good Lord. They have so many, like these black bottles, and they don't say the name. This thing, I actually prefer the EDP more than this, but for winter, I think if you're looking for pure malt meets Dior Intense, get this, okay? This is a top seller hot cake in Bangladesh. People are buying 200 mls of it, so good. And it lasts also and projects, okay? Cold weather, sexiness. Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé. All sexy juice right here. This is now super hard to find, 1 million. And this is called Privé, okay? See the juice color, it tells you a story. If you ever wanted to get the best 1 million, this is one of them, top three for me, okay? And 1 million, such a great line, sweet, playful rose, sometimes you feel leather, raspberry or blood orange, whatever. This one, good lord. Yeah, sorry about that. I really don't like pausing videos. Anyway, so I was saying, if you ever love 1 million, this is one of the like mature 1 million in the whole line, entire line. This is the balanced sweetness. It has a tobacco, hookah tobacco, and if you really like pure heaven or fragrances like as stronger with you absolutely, or maybe in a way, maybe by the fireplace, sort of a warmth, sweetness all the same time. It smells like a spice bomb extreme as well. This is like hybrid of all those fragrances. Okay, 1 million Privé. I don't know how you're gonna get it. Try to get a sample of it. You are gonna miss out on this fragrance if you ever never own it. 1 million Privé by Pakuraban. Next one, easy modern day masterpiece, Armani Code Parfum. And this one came long way. I'll show you from this point. From this point of Armani Code, this is a vintage batch. I used to have also Armani's black coat. This is the older style bottle. You cannot find these anymore. This and that, very similar. If you wanted to actually get modern day, I keep saying modern day. I shouldn't say modern talking. Yeah, sorry. If you wanted to actually ever get the best version of Armani Code, which is modern in a way that it adds iris, okay, and it has a great performance, comes with a nice little magnetic cap, everything in an expensive bottle. This is it. Winter, suit it up, tuxedo, whatever is your occasion. This is high class in a bottle, executive lounge, okay. Armani Code Parfum, definitely one of the best winter perfumes ever. I'm so happy in colder months I can rock all this. It's already winter. So next one, I think this is the last line and the last row. Let's go Tom Ford Noir Extreme. Some of you will be confused because many of you think of this house as niche because of the pricing. And I will tell you, these are niche pricing. And this is the designer line. Okay, Tom Ford Noir Anthracite is my favorite, but all-time favorite, easy to wear, like compliment puller is this one. Okay, so I would say even though it's reformulated a couple of times, it's still, if you keep it Like for 6 months, 1 year, it starts getting potent. And I love this perfume. Okay, it's just a very easy, cool fee, cardamom, sexy fragrance. One of the best Tom Fords ever, Tom Ford Noir Extreme. It is better than Black Orchid in terms of compliments. Next one breaks my heart. This fragrance is so hard to find. It is so expensive now, and I just think it's a shame that nowadays, if you're a new enthusiast, you cannot find this for a decent pricing, which is called Pure Heaven. From my whole Thierry Mugler line, I have many favorites. I always have a battle between this and Pure Malt. In the end, I always go for Pure Heaven. What's that in the bottle? A shining. This part is something was like, they still show, yeah, there was some sort of dust. Anyway, Pure Heaven done the greatest cigar smelling fragrances, equivalent to exactly, I would say, Naxos and this, equally good. This is more of honey. Naxos is more about that tobacco. Okay, so both are great. This is a bit more sweeter than Naxos, but great performer. I just love this. Let's just go on spray for the morning and we say amen to that. Okay, Pure Heaven. Takes me back like this one, 1 million Privé, if you spray these, some of the fragrances, they don't give you that reaction. These do. Okay. Next one, my list, my choices. Always I love what I started my game. CK reveal for him. Still 55, 65 bucks, still affordable. Get it now, when you want. Brandy, agave, leather, sweetness. My God, this is strong. If you ever wanted to get an upgraded version of Ultra Male at a cheaper price point, but a little bit unique as well, a little bit more oomph to it, this one has it all. This is like a strong, I would say the quality of this and this, they are like 10 in both categories, the performance wise, but the price point is so much cheaper than the Jean Paul's, right? So CK Reveal is one of my most complimented fragrances, still underrated even after its discontinuation, right? Get this fragrance. Okay, I'll just say, if you always ask for my recommendation, this is something I highly recommend. It's CK Reveal for him. What a stunning perfume that was. Sorry. So last four or top four. Some more tea and we finish it. Yeah, sorry. Next one, I'm very glad I bought finally a backup bottle of this, because my bottle in the corner right there, you can see that bottle. That is the 2015, my very first batch of CH-Man Privé. Okay, I'll tell you one thing. Okay, let's just go a little bit honest. When I bought this at first, I loved it for the opening, and I did say in my 6-7 years old video that this fragrance, I find the opening is like magic. First 2 hours is a sexy beast. When I met my first GF, means when I after got here, and I used to wear this all the time in date, and she was always like, I could smell you from like so far, because I knew you're like nearby because of your smell, because I used to rock leather jacket and all that. This is such a bad boy leather jacket fragrance. I think pomelo, leather and whiskey combination, and after the maceration and everything, I even love the dry down. It's no longer just a top heavy fragrance. Okay, sad is discontinued. Sad is very hard to find. Get back a bottle of it if you ever wanted to. And that's it, 100 bucks well spent. If you can spend 100 bucks on it, it's great buy. CH-Man Privé. So you have three left, and the last three is always going to be like Joy Buys three, top three. Okay, top three doesn't mean like all the other fragrances are bad, but these three I always loved so much, in the last 1 decade. Bulgari Man in Black. I was going to show you Spice Bomb. Okay, Spice Bomb is such a great line. Pink pepper, sweetness, tobacco, and leather. This thing is father of Spice Bomb. Why I say that? Added tuberose, the darkness, the rum, the tobacco, spices, heavy black pepper, and leather also. This is like, when I smell this, this is a bearded man, good looking man, masculine man, and it is like a heaviness that you want in winter. Perhaps does not last as much as say Spice Bomb Extreme, but the DNA on this, it's top class, bro. Okay, so now it's 120 bucks. That's the sad part, but I'm pretty sure in your area maybe it's cheaper. Bulgari's Man in Black, stunning perfume. I discovered this and I bought this for Steven Redolessence. His review made me buy this in 2016. Unbelievable. Like those days are crazy. Like Steven is one of my inspiration to do this work. Okay, number two, just recently bought a backup bottle of it, which is called YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. And yeah, I know some of you say my juice looks darker than your juice. I'm not talking about the urinal joint. I'm talking about the juice color of this bottle. Yeah, sometimes I do get sick. Okay, this fragrance, older the better. It's like a whiskey, fine whiskey. Chivas Regal, 12 versus 15 years old. 12 or 15. Anyway, so I forgot, back in the days, right? Lanui Delum, one of my most complimented, lovely, lovely fragrance. No matter how many I smelled from this line, nothing could beat the magic. No dupe could replicate this. Maybe they are stronger than this, but that exact cardamom bergamot, chocolatey lavender, nobody could do. And as I was talking, the older batches you can find is better. You see what I scored? 2019. You know, the older batch of Lanui. This thing is super rare. I put it up for sale for very ridiculous pricing, 160 bucks for that set, but I'm pretty sure it's not gonna get sold. But I'll keep it still. If nobody takes it, I will use it, and I will enjoy it for very, very long time. I have a 2018 20 ml left in 200 ml bottle on the sexiest juice ever in winter, Lanui. It's Jeremy special. I give that man credit for what he did for us in back in the days. Okay. Number one, better than Jeremy's joy. I mean, cringe. I told you about cringes, No, I am joking. Obviously, I'm joking. Like, that guy is like a goat. And if you love Ronaldo, Messi, whoever you think is the GOAT, or Virat Kohli, Jeremy is, love it or hate it, he was the guy who made fragrances popular. And I know many other reviewers will not, they will not like my words. Let me show you the fragrance. This is called Dior Intense. This is my favorite. And I think this is the greatest fragrance of all time. Niche, designer, Middle Eastern combined. Okay. Let me finish with this note. Why I give credit to Jeremy. Okay. Some of you feel that I said different things about Jeremy sometimes, sometimes good, sometimes bash him. Sometimes I said, don't, follow him no more. I don't, watch his reviews. But I have respect for him, Jeremy made me buy all the designer fragrances back in the days. Anything you recommend, top 10, top 20, top 5, complimented, scripted, unscripted, he could convince us. He could convince people. And he was such a good looking guy. He was perfection. There was this no weakness in Jeremy. But this Jeremy, it's a little bit different story. Not little, it's a totally, I do not recognize him no more. Like, what he has become, his stuff he's doing. Perhaps he is clean, but the the sadness is like a tragedy. But the real Jeremy, the prime Jeremy, the young Jeremy, the sane Jeremy, not the Jesus Jeremy, not the white, this Jeremy, no. But back in the days, Aquamara, Dylan Blue, Lanui, you name them, he brought it to us. Okay, he even made a fragrance like not Shan Alirum or Extreme was great, but CH Man. Some of the fragrance people didn't know about. 24 Gold Sense Story. Sometimes I do get emotional. Like, I am grateful to all these OG reviewers for making my journey great, and I say thumbs up for old Jeremy. And he is still one of my most favorite guys. I just always watch his old videos still. So check out all these 20 fragrances plus two. If you really want to collect, these are some fragrances to collect. I had so many other ones, Bentley Intense, this and that, but I thought I'd just give you the ones that I really feel strongly about. Okay, there are many other missing, but you tell me, what are your greatest designer fragrance for winter? Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry I made it such a long video, but I was enjoying this. I'm just enjoying the winter. I'm gonna, enjoy the food, fare, music. Just winter is just the only time I love that time in Bangladesh. Have a nice day. I'll see you soon. Love you all. Bye bye.